Today, we are listening to Paleface Swiss, the Wilted EP. Now, this EP is a very interesting EP. This is what Paleface Swiss has described as their experimental fun EP. I do not know what that's going to mean, but I have listened to Everything Is Fine, and I would argue that yes, it was an experimental song for Paleface Swiss. Now, seeing as I could delay this for like 10 more minutes talking about this band, because they have a lot of history in my music taste, I'm going to actually stop myself and we are going to begin listening to the first release of 2026.
You had one new message.
Hey, I haven't heard from you in quite a while. I'm starting to get a bit worried. Just, give me a sign, yeah? Hope you're well. Love you, bro.
Okay, so the first song is someone killing themselves. Wonderful. Sorry, someone unaliving themselves. YouTube, you won't catch that, right? But I can already tell this is going to be a heart-wrenching album because of Everything Is Fine. Oh, sorry, a heart-wrenching EP. I have to remember it's an EP, not an album. This is going to be heart-wrenching, and that has just led me to believe that even more. I'm even more excited now. That was the intro track. Let's begin with... I'm thinking that's supposed to be Withering Flower? Sorry, I have this downloaded, so this just seems to be a misspelling. It's White Ring Flower. Maybe it is White Ring Flower. There might be some special meaning. Let's just begin instead of me trying to decode this potential spelling error on my end. Okay. Didn't expect that vocal. I was expecting it to continue being Paleface Swiss-y rather than having that kind of higher-pitched, screamy kind of vocal. Holy shit. We're a minute in, to be clear, but this is already a really fun song. I love this already. You know what? I feel weird because I know nothing about music, so this is going to just be a reaction of me saying, I love this, but genuinely, the pure, raw emotion in Paleface Swiss's vocalist's voice, who I'm sorry I have forgotten the name of, but the pure emotion in his voice is incredible on most of these songs that they have released. Songs like Enough, where he obviously expresses the distaste against the homophobic stuff that goes on in the metalcore scene, and even songs like River of Sorrows, I don't know. Whatever it was, that one, the kind of emotional, heart-wrenching song singing that he does, and kind of soul-searching he does, and we'll hear it later as well on Everything Is Fine. The screams he lets out on this song also go in really well with that kind of emotionally draining feeling that I get from this kind of music. Now, obviously, I know that's not guaranteed to be the same for everyone, but for me, this is an emotionally draining kind of song. Let's continue. I've got to also add, before the next verse begins, one of my favorite things in music is vocal layering of a sing and a scream. And it sounds like that entire chorus is that vocal layer. I don't know if it actually is, because I don't know enough about this song. Obviously, I don't know how they composed it and shit. But I can hear that kind of slight scream underneath it. And you can hear as well where they kind of interchange them a little, which I absolutely love. Anyways, let's continue again, because I paused it less than 20 seconds later.
If there is a will, there is a way. That's what they say, but that's just covered me down, and that's what they say. What is what is yours? We must never get, but I am not of now. Why can't we take our season? Trying to say.
I have also realized, and I don't know if you can hear it amazingly on stream or on recording, they're also playing with stereo audio in that section there, where they have like an echo of the lyric in the back corner of your voice. And holy shit, I love it.
This withering flower. Will you be mine forever? Yeah.
Okay. That outro definitely won me over if the song wasn't good already. Holy. That was an interesting song. I'll be honest, I was expecting more of the softer vocals that we hear on Everything Is Fine, but at the same time, that Withering Flower kind of scream sing was wonderful. Now let's continue with Let Me Sleep.
Let me sleep. No, I want awake. Please let me sleep, 'cause I can't take it anymore. Lies with this voice that I made and I die. I'm wide awake. Please let me sleep. I'm wide awake. Please let me sleep.
Okay, what I'm learning is that the more I listen to this album, this EP, the more I listen to it, the more I realize how much I have to see Paleface Swiss live. Because, genuinely, they seem like they will be such a fun band to see just in the flesh. I've seen, like, videos of their concerts, obviously, and that's something, and that does obviously lead to, like, some ideas of what it would be like. But generally, I feel like these are one of those kind of bands that you have to be in the crowd screaming the lyrics back to fully enjoy. And I absolutely need to see them live this year if I can. Maybe download. I'm getting convinced more and more.
I can't take this no more. Cut it out.
Okay. I'm noticing they seem to really love those isolated vocals, which honestly I love as well, because it gives that vocalist a chance to show off his voice, because holy is he a talented vocalist. Next up, we have Instrument of War, which isn't showing, but I'm pretty sure is a collaboration with the band Stick to Your Guns. I think it is. I'm not sure. I'm going to hope it is, because otherwise I'm going to look like an idiot in the editing.
So make it stop before it goes too far. It cut me out. I won't fight anymore. I'm not the one I was before. So make it stop before I go. Before I go too far.
That... Okay, I'm assuming it's Stick to Your Guns. Their vocalist is incredible. Those, like, cleans are one... I don't even know if they're cleans. They're still quite distorted vocals, but the, like, chorus that is more clean than the rest of the song is incredible. That really ties together the song. I say it as if we're not only a quarter or a third of the way through. Let's just continue. I need more of that. Inject it into my eardrums, please. That little, like, twangy guitar noise is really fun. Hang on, let's listen to that again. Also, that call and response is really fun. I didn't mention that before, but that's also really fun. This. Not the breakdown I was expecting, but... This is what I was expecting. And there's those layered vocals I mentioned earlier that I love. There is also, like, a bit of, like, quite a bit of call and response in this song with the two vocalists. You can hear, like, that, like, pass off in a way with that call and response. And I actually do really like that. It does match these voices really well as well. Guitarist's got to be given a chance to show off. Nothing wrong with that. And that was Instrument of War. Holy. I think so far that's probably my favourite. Bar Everything Is Fine that we're going to listen to now, because I love that song and I don't think anything's going to top that as my favourite. But so far that is definitely second place on this EP. I realise you can't really head bob to this one because it just feels wrong. I'm going to, but it feels wrong to do it. Okay, these vocals are a lot different than I thought. I was thinking they were very similar to the River of Sorrows vehicle? River of Sorrows vocals. These are very, very different. Okay. That's my bad.
Holding you when you feel all alone. I feel all alone. Nothing feels comparable to the
And again, more layered vocals that I mentioned before. I love these. Sorry, I'm just anticipating what kind of song this is going to be. This feels like the song they would have everyone get their lights out and shake them to. This song feels perfectly geared for, like, an acoustic or, like, a stripped version. And I love that for it, but also, like, it feels like it was made to be a lot more stripped down at some point as well. And I love that. I love, like, when vocalists are a bit more talented than that, but it definitely, like, you can tell that it was made for that. And that's fine. I love it still. Still my favourite on the EP.
Don't say goodbye.
I've got to say, it feels wrong to not say this. I feel like the vibes, like, I know this is like an entirely subjective thing. The vibes of that song very, very mildly remind me of like Sleep Token's Bloodsport. And I know that is probably going to upset people, because I know nobody likes being compared to Sleep Token at the moment. But genuinely, I love Bloodsport. I love this song. They both have the same feeling of emotional depth and kind of clear meanings, but also somewhat hidden to an extent, where you could listen to this without knowing the context and it would sound like a fun, sad song. That is an oxymoron and a half, but it would still sound fun. Whereas, if you were to listen to it knowing the context, obviously it sounds a lot sadder and a lot more depressing, and generally feels a lot more saddening to listen to. Generally, I feel like this song really does fade into that feeling more. But that was the Wilted EP by Paleface Swiss. I think if I were to say my favourite track, it's still Everything Is Fine. Instrument of War is a close second, though, and I do absolutely love it. To an extent. This song is definitely the best one, though, for me. What do you think? What was your favourite track? Did you enjoy the EP? Did you not enjoy it? What songs would you recommend I listen to by Stick to Your Guns? Because it sounds like they're a very fun band, and to be honest with you, their vocalist sounds very, very good. Just jumping at the end of this video to say that if you want to see me react to Linkin Park from Zero, you can click up here. Or if you want to see my best music of 2025, click here.